Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're soaring into the swarm-summoning skies of next-generation unmanned warfare with China's Jetank heavy-lift drone, the audacious airborne mothership from the Aviation Industry Corporation of China that's pushing the boundaries of aerial carrier engineering to deliver a 6-ton payload capable of unleashing drone swarms or guided munitions at 7,000 kilometers ferry range, while arming tactical formations with a turbofan-powered utility Titan for saturation strikes that could overwhelm Pacific Island defenses or continental radar nets in the opening hours of a high-stakes escalation. If you're a drone dominion strategist, a swarm tactics analyst, or simply captivated by the fusion of modular mission bays, open architecture avionics, and 8 hardpoint versatility that aims to conquer integrated air defenses with loiter times exceeding 12 hours at altitudes over 30,000 feet, you're in for a comprehensive and turbofan spooling deep dive. The Jetank, unveiled at Airshow China in November 2024 and now etching its name in history with a flawless maiden flight on the 11th of December 2025 in Shanxi province, isn't just another unmanned aerial vehicle. It's a 16-ton class, next-generation utility platform with interchangeable pods for launching smaller drones or slinging 1,000-kilogram class bombs, promising to outlift legacy platforms like the MQ-9 Reaper while flooding battle spaces with affordable AI-coordinated attrition in a low-signature envelope designed to evade S-400 envelopes. From its conceptual genesis under AVIC's heavy-lift initiatives in the early 2020s, drawing on lessons from the Wing-Lung series global deployments to revive Beijing's ambitions for autonomous air dominance, to the breakthrough test flight that validated its swarm release mechanics and short runway ops, this beast has rapidly progressed through static displays and wind tunnel validations, incorporating gallium-nitride processors for sensor fusion, and composite airframes to withstand skin temperatures exceeding 1,000 degrees Fahrenheit, making it a pivotal asset in China's military-civil fusion drive amid global races with America's XQ-58 Valkyrie and Turkey's Kizilelma. We'll unpack its extraordinary capabilities in exhaustive detail, provide a thorough technical overview grounded in the latest AVIC disclosures and state media trials, explore its critical strategic role in manned-unmanned teaming and low-altitude economy integration, sprinkle in some mind-bending fun facts to enrich the narrative, and wrap up with the most recent developments as of December 2025, including production timelines and dual-use fieldings. So, engage the turbofan, seal the bays, and let's cruise at 400 knots for everything you need to know about China's Jetank heavy-lift drone. The Jetank heavy-lift drone's capabilities catapult it to the forefront of 21st century aerial attrition. Engineered as a multi-role mothership platform to conquer contested airspace with a synergistic arsenal of swarm deployment, modular payloads, and endurance resilience that allows a single Jetank to ingress at low altitudes, release a dozen smaller drones mid-mission, and sustain loiter for follow-on strikes with sub-meter accuracy, rivaling carrier-based ops while offering reusable short-runway sustainability for operations spanning the South China Sea atolls to Himalayan frontiers in under 12 hours. At its core, this drone excels in persistent utility missions, powered by a single domestically developed turbofan engine that generates self-sustaining thrust for subsonic cruise at 400 knots, achieving stable operation from short-field takeoff at Mach 0.7 to terminal maneuvers at 1.1 at altitudes between sea level and 40,000 feet, outpacing the CH-5 Rainbow's 3,000-kilometer range by twofold with an endurance of 12 hours and a ferry radius over 7,000 kilometers on internal fuel, giving it the persistence to orbit high threat zones without tanker support. Its aerodynamic envelope derives from a high-wing monoplane with tricycle gear and underwing pods that manage airflow across wide-speed envelopes, fused with a radar-absorbent composite skin and active cooling channels that dissipate engine heat loads up to 1 megawatt, while the electro-optical distributed aperture system with gallium-nitride amplifiers scans up to 200 kilometers for swarm coordination and 100 kilometers for real-time target identification, integrated with a synthetic aperture radar for all-weather mapping that locks onto mobile assets without emissions. For mothership roles, the Jetank accommodates up to 6 tons in interchangeable modules, swarm bays for smaller UAVs, 8 hardpoints for air-to-air missiles or 1,000-kilogram guided bombs, with automated release profiles from 5,000 feet, with a flight envelope extendable via data link handoffs, allowing networked salvos, empowering launches from austere strips to saturate Philippine outposts in 45 minutes, or spoof Indian SAMs in 2 hours. Its electronic suite, equipped with digital radio frequency memory analyzers and spectrum dominance tools, can spoof integrated air defenses or disrupt satellite relays during transits, and the autonomy fusion core, with wide-area neural networks and helmet-cued interfaces for remote pilots, overlays augmented reality swarm paths from the distributed sensor net, providing 360-degree vigilance for off-bore site releases like decoy dispersals, enabling a ground controller to manage complex engagements like simultaneous electronic warfare and precision drops. The drone's hydro-pneumatic suspension and thrust vectoring nozzles sustain maneuvers up to 3 G-forces for evasive repositions without payload shift. This multifaceted lift makes the Jetank a true skyborne carrier, capable of leading unmanned formations to blind surface radars, escorting J-20 fighters for deep raids, or conducting independent logistics with hyperspectral sensors, resolving terrain changes at sub-meter scales through haze, ensuring it remains a cornerstone of hybrid air ops well into the 2040s. To fully grasp the Jetank heavy-lift drone's engineering brilliance, let's explore its technical specifications and operational dynamics, as Avic's blueprint is a sophisticated synthesis of modular integration and heavy payload resilience, creating a platform that's as versatile as it is voluminous. Measuring 16.35 meters in length with a wingspan of 25 meters and a height of 5 meters for a maximum takeoff weight of 16 tons, powered by a single high-bypass turbofan, generating over 10,000 pounds of thrust for 400 knot patrols at 30,000 feet. The airframe's 80% carbon fiber composites with low observable laminates reduce radar cross-section by 50% compared to legacy designs, while achieving a thermal barrier of ceramic tiles and transpiration cooling that withstands 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit skin temperatures, thanks to high-aspect wing roots, retractable tricycle gear, and canted nacelles that deflect infrared signatures. The modular bays, swapping in under 30 minutes, enhance low-speed handling for austere landings, paired with a blended fuselage body for crosswind stability. Avionics shine with the integrated mission suite featuring 2,000 gallium-nitride processors for simultaneous swarm command and navigation modes, integrated with the distributed aperture system of 12 electro-optical/infrared cameras for spherical threat tracking up to 150 kilometers. The operator interface, with voice-activated scripting and virtual reality overlays, enables off-bore site targeting, with the AI cues releases by predictive analytics. Payload hardpoints hold up to 6 tons with 12-hour envelopes or auxiliary tanks for ferry boosts, with underwing mounts adding conformal pods for 8 effectors, including laser pods for terminal guidance. The electronic warfare suite, with active phased arrays and towed decoys, counters threats like airborne early warning. Operationally, the Jetank flows seamlessly. The crew preps from a forward strip, catapults to Mach 0.7 via turbofan, seals bays for crews at 7,000 kilometers to a battle space, deploys swarm at 500 kilometers with radar queuing, slaves the hardpoints to impacts from the fusion core, then loiters while the apertures provide evasion, all within a 7,000-kilometer envelope linking Shanghai to Hanoi, making it a strategic asset for persistent presence in peer conflicts. The Jetank heavy-lift drone's strategic role is profoundly influential in China's unmanned renaissance, serving as the swarm linchpin of air denial doctrine to secure operational depth in regional contingencies, particularly across the Taiwan Strait, where its 7,000-kilometer ferry enables it to challenge carrier groups from Fujian to Luzon, integrating with J-35 fleets for mixed formations that overcome legacy reconnaissance limits. As Avic aims for prototypes by 2027, it fortifies the military-civil fusion initiative, deploying cargo variants for rapid belt and road logistics, or coordinating with WZ-8 high-altitude drones for dual-use overmatch, while the Mothership tech extends its utility to electronic warfare relays for distributed saturation. Fun fact, the Jetank revives Chinese heavy UAV concepts from the 2010s, but with modular bays that are 1,000% more flexible than early wing-lung prototypes for swarm ops. Another intriguing tidbit, At 12 hours endurance, the drone can cross the East China Sea in 90 minutes, but its payload yields 6 tons of swarm, equivalent to a squadron's firepower, thanks to AI coordination over a 500-kilometer release arc. As of December 2025, China's Jetank heavy-lift drone has gained airborne traction with AVIC's 11th of December announcement of its maiden flight in Shanxi province, achieving stable cruise for over 30 minutes at simulated 7,000-kilometer profiles and validating modular pod swaps for swarm and munition loads, reigniting global mothership races. Recent Airshow China 2024 displays detailed the breakthrough in hardpoint integration, showing capacities up to 6 tons with 5-meter SEP for guided drops, while state media highlighted its potential to equip formations for up to 12-hour patrols by 2028. Challenges like Turbofan scaling persist, but with partnerships for civil variants by 2027 and US. Gremlin's parallels, the Jetank is solidifying as China's swarm horizon. China's Jetank heavy-lift drone is a mothership vanguard of visionary voyage, blending lift, loiter and launch to dissolve defenses. What are your thoughts on the Jetank? Thrilled by its 6-ton swarm unleashes, skeptical of turbofan endurance in contested skies, or curious about civil spin-offs? Share your insights in the comments below. Give this video a like if it flew for you, share it with your aero crew, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button for more deep dives into the drones droning tomorrow's dominance. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.